The following portion of Ozarks Fox AM is sponsored by Vietti Marketing Group. Look who's back, our good friends Laura Farmer and Esther Munch from CASA of Southwest Missouri. Good to see you guys again.
Thanks for having us.
And good to see you back, refreshed from your vacation.
Oh, yes.
Looked amazing.
It was so much fun.
But we're glad you're back.
Yes, glad to be back.
Lots of work to do.
Absolutely.
So, if somebody happens to be tuning in for the first time, we've talked about CASA over the years on the show, and we love your organization. Just tell us about it and what you do and why it's so important.
Sure. So CASA is court-appointed special advocates, and we recruit, train, and empower community volunteers to speak up for the best interest of children in foster care. So one CASA volunteer is assigned to one child's case in the foster care system. That volunteer will visit that child at least twice a month, get to know all the important things about that kiddo, encourage that child, but then also gather information to bring it back to the court system so that when the judge is making important decisions about that foster care case, the judge has all the information about that child, and we can make sure that our children, their best interest is protected.
Yes, so important.
Yeah.
And if you cannot hardly believe it, summer is coming to a close, which means the school year is starting up.
Yes.
So how does CASA help those kids in the foster care system get back into school, the swing of things, the new school year?
So unfortunately, whenever kids are in foster care, sometimes they bounce from home to home to home. So when a child moves from foster home to foster home, they also change schools. So unfortunately, sometimes our kids in foster care get behind in school. And so our CASA volunteers play a really important role to get to know that child's teacher, get to know the child's school counselor, so they can really track where that child might be educationally, and then give input back to the judge and hopefully bring some stability and consistency to our kids, so that our kids can catch up in school. Maybe they need extra reading tutoring. Some of our volunteers have even taken training through our friends at Ozarks Literacy Council, so that on their bi-monthly visits, they can do some extra tutoring with that child on reading or math or whatever it might be. So there's lots of ways that our volunteers can impact kids educationally as well.
Right, and you're celebrating a huge milestone.
Yes. Yes.
35 years.
35!
Woohoo!
Amazing. 35 years in this community. How are you going to celebrate?
Well, actually, not only is it our 35th anniversary with our CASA volunteer program, this last year we opened what's called the CASA Clubhouse, which is an activity center for children in foster care and their families to participate in supervised visits, life skill classes for teens, cooking classes, all kinds of activities. We've even had a Taylor Swift concert party, just lots of ways to bring joy to kids and help them in their healing process. And so we are having a birthday party. It is our first birthday for our clubhouse and our 35th anniversary serving our community with our CASA volunteer program.
So in that 1 year of the clubhouse being open, we've served over 2,000 children just in that building, and that's separate from our CASA volunteer program.
Yeah.
So the children impacted in that building, it's been a game changer. They're cooking, they're learning budgeting classes, they're reading books. We've got tutoring. It's really been an amazing facility for us.
It's gorgeous.
And this is the clubhouse that we're seeing.
Yes.
How beautiful. Now, all those toys and the clothes that the woman was looking at, are those donations?
Yes.
Are those, okay, so how can people help donate?
Yeah, so we partner with a lot of community members, churches, civic groups, where they might do a toy drive or a clothing drive or a feminine hygiene product drive, so that we can stock our shelves with items that our kids or youth in foster care might need. And so if someone was interested in having a supply drive for us, they could just contact us. Our phone number is 417-864-6202. They could check out our website. We have an Amazon wish list. So if they want to just pop on Amazon and send something straight to the clubhouse, we could get it that way.
How does the clubhouse work accessibility-wise? Like, do you have to be in the CASA program? Does the volunteer bring you? How do the kids take advantage of this amazing clubhouse?
That's a great question. So one of the reasons why we decided to open a clubhouse facility is that we don't have enough CASA volunteers to serve every child in foster care in Greene, Christian, and Taney counties here in Southwest Missouri. There are 1,300 children in foster care here. We're serving about 500 of them with CASA volunteers. So we have a great need for CASA volunteers in our community. But the clubhouse is accessible to all children in foster care, regardless of if they have a CASA volunteer. And it helps us just bring that normalcy. It helps us bring dignity and confidentiality to their cases, and brings them into a safe place where they can just be kids and have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. Lauren, Esther, I'm just curious, what was it about CASA that really just like pulled you in and spoke to you?
Yeah.
I've watched the CASA mission for over a decade and just thought, if I had extra time, even when I didn't work there, if I had extra time, I would love to do that. And I think, the mission and we are recruiting and supporting those community volunteers. It's everyday people like me and you. And we all have time. So a couple of hours a month out of my schedule can really impact and change a child's story. That child just needs a consistent person while they go through the system. Like Laura mentioned, they're in different homes, they're in different schools. So what CASA is doing is providing that consistency to them. And it's really just, it's an honor to work with the volunteers that we do and see how they change those kiddos' lives.
Yeah.
So Laura, like you said, 500 CASA volunteers, but
Yes.
you have 1,300 kids. If somebody
Yes.
wants to become a volunteer, what's the process?
So they need to apply on our website. Our website is casaswmo.org. There's an application process, and then we have a wonderful staff person named Amanda who reaches out to all of our applicants. They go through an interview process where not only do we interview the potential volunteer, but they get to know our organization a little bit better. So they can make sure that it's a good fit for them. We can make sure it's a good fit for us. Then the volunteer goes through 30 hours of training. 15 hours are in the classroom and 15 hours are homework assignments that they do at their own pace. And then they get sworn in by the judge and assigned to a child's case in foster care.
Guys, it's really easy. And the kids need you. So if you want to attend the party tonight or find out more information, once again, what's the website?
The website is casaswmo.org.
Guys, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Thank you. It's always
Good
great
to
to be
see
here.
And we'll see you at Casablanca.
Yes.
See you there.
All right, you guys, lots more fun to come on Ozarks Fox AM right after this.
The preceding portion of Ozarks Fox AM was sponsored by Vietti Marketing Group.